Hello dears, welcome to Beauty by Heart. I'm Lily, also known as Lulu. Today I'll be sharing with you dears the VeganMakeup one brand review. Ever since I got their big eyeshadow palettes, I've been raving so much about them on my channel. Until now, I still find that they are the best drugstore cruelty-free eyeshadow formula. Since I got very good experience with these two eyeshadow palettes, which are the first two products I bought from VeganMakeup, I bought more and more from them. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience using their products. Some are treasure, some I wouldn't say so. So hopefully this video can serve you as a guideline to what to get from VeganMakeup and what to avoid. There will be products demo, swatches and review. If you dears happen to like this video, please consider to subscribe. Thank you so much. And now, let's get started! Let me touch more about VeganMakeup as a brand. VeganMakeup started in 1982 at East London, and VeganMakeup is founded by Barry Miro, hence the brand VeganMakeup in short. They first started selling bright, bold color nail polish to the market, and the market loved them. And then after that, they branched out to more makeup products. VeganMakeup is the first company to launch colorful products like a white eyeliner, fluorescent nail polish, black lip and nail paint duos. They are bold and stay one step ahead in the makeup market. All their products are cruelty-free and vegan and are sold at Drugstore. Yeah! So here in Singapore, we can find VeganMakeup at Garden Pharmacy. And here I see a lot of glitters from VeganMakeup, a lot of face palettes and nail polish from them. Last year, I was very blessed to be approached by VeganMakeup. They sent 3 items as PR items for me and asked me to produce an Instagram video using their products. As we talk about them, I will indicate which are the 3 products that were sent as a PR. VeganMakeup has a lot of glitters. They have the liquid glitters like over here, and they have the pressed glitters, the loose glitters. They have glitters for the eyes and glitters for the lips. A lot of glitters. And over here, I got some of them. These are the glitter ball and these are the holographic eyeshadow topper. So both of these are actually different, although both are the liquid glitter type. This glitter bombs has metallic finish as a base. And for these holographic glitters, their base are very sheer and they are holographic. But both dry up within months. So actually when I bought that, I haven't really used that, and the next thing I found out was they dry up already. They dry up so fast. I haven't even had the chance to really work with them and explore more about how they perform. So I really can't tell how they perform over here, except that they dry out so fast. I just mentioned this matte liquid lip paint in my cruelty-free drugstore mask-proof matte lipstick, so I won't share so much over here. This lip paint has intense color payoff. They lasted all day on me. They are mask proof. Along the day, it will crack a little on my lips, but it doesn't dry up my lips. It has a mild scent, but it doesn't linger on the lips. Love the color. Anyways, on the shelf, I can only find 1 or 2 colors of this lip paint range. So if you dears happen to like this kind of colors, you may want to grab one so that you can still wear lipstick under the surgical mask. This was sent to me by VeganMakeup last year. This comes in an in-drop applicator. As you dears can see, this serum is pink and it is shimmery. And this is very liquidy. On the face, this VeganMakeup Unicorn Primer Drops Beauty Elixir feels more like a skincare than a primer. It made my skin look more glowy, pores are much more refined and stay hydrated. When I layer the foundation over the primer, my skin looks smoother and natural. I enjoy this serum a lot, so highly recommend this serum. This foundation color seems too yellow on me. Again, when I bought this last year, there isn't any makeup testers nor color displays, and all their foundation names are named after desserts or food. And this is number 5, almond. So I really cannot tell what color is the foundation and whether or not this foundation suits my skin color because there's no reference. I can only guess according to their color stickers over here, which I made the wrong guess. I also do not know whether is it because my skin has turned fairer because I've stayed indoors for over a year. Anyways, right now, this is not really the color for me. This Berry M All Night Long Medium Coverage Foundation Stick is paraben free, cruelty free, vegan, and contains vitamin E to moisturize the skin. This foundation stick feels creamy, moisturized, it doesn't feel sticky, and I'm quite surprised by it. And it also feels lightweight, easy to blend out. It claims to be medium coverage, but I found that it's more of a natural coverage even when I layered it twice. And for demo purpose, I especially applied 2 layers to let you dears to judge. I didn't find any difference in the coverage whether I apply 1 layer or 2 layers. But I really like this kind of natural skin finish look. And for this time round, for demo purpose, I've applied powder and other face products because I'm going to talk about other face products in a while. So this will be a mix of the foundation, the primer, and other face products. I've used this foundation stick a number of times and I really like the skin light finish. The only issue I have with this foundation stick is it oxidizes after a while. Yesterday I wore this again and Mr. Guan can even notice the difference. And he mentioned that my face is black, being cao cao. Anyways, I've applied this since 2 PM and now is 4:38 PM, which is about 2.5 hours. And let me zoom you this in and also let me look at the mirror. It has definitely oxidized, the color has changed darker, and I've applied powder. So far it stays quite matte even though the nose tip here starts to shine, which is already good enough. But I can see here that the side of my nose is started to get separated. Everything else still stays in place. It still looks very good. Let me do another check-in when the time passes. Hello dears, this is the second check-in and the time now is almost 12 AM. It's about 10 hours after I applied this foundation. By now my nose here is very oily and you this may be able to see that over here at the side of the nose is very shiny and it gets separated already. Besides that, my face is even darker now. But for the rest of the face, the foundation still stays pretty well. The forehead also remains matte. So overall, I must say that the foundation stick performs well except for the oxidation. And this is very long lasting. And I like how it looks on my skin. It is very normal for me that after a while, the nose here is very oily because right now I haven't found any foundation or any powder that will keep my nose matte the whole day. So for me, this is good enough already. And so I like the foundation stick besides the oxidation if you just don't mind. And every other thing seems good and natural. This was sent to me by Berry M last year. And this is a true palette of contour, brightening powder, and highlighter. It comes with a mirror inside and then with this plastic sheet, the protector. And on every product there is a diagram and instructing you where to use the powder. For my daily makeup, I seldom use contour and this contour color seems a little too warm on me. Yet it looks natural. So I think that this contour is great to create a soft contour look. Actually, I didn't use brightening powder at all before this. Hence, I was truly amazed by this brightening powder. It brightens up my under eye area. As you just probably can see the differences. The powder is silky smooth and very finely milled. And the powder doesn't settle into my fine lines. It doesn't emphasize my texture. is a subtle metallic pink highlighter that contains no shimmers or glitters. This provides a natural glowy look and doesn't emphasize on any texture.
So out of these three, I enjoy using the brightening powder the most. I find that the contour is a little off for me, although it looks natural. And for highlighter, usually I don't really prefer a pink highlighter. And Barry M has a lot of face palettes. There are pros and cons to the face palette. The pro is this is very convenient. So when the world resumes back to normal and when we are allowed to travel, we can just grab one palette and yet we have 3 products to apply on the face. However, the great con is not all the 3 colors suit my skin tone, and that is my main concern. And out of these 3, although I like this, I find that these 2 are quite wasted because I can't choose my own colors. I prefer to use single face products where I can choose my colors according to my skin tone. But since right now I cannot choose the other 2 colors, it is a little wasted. But I can always find another use for them. So I would say that the quality of this powder is very finely milled, it's good. It's just that the color really doesn't suit my preference or my skin tone. This eyebrow gel is like a soft whole hair gel that shades my eyebrow and keep it in place. Well, I would say that there is nothing too amazing about this eyebrow gel and nothing too disappointing about it. It just performs as it is. If you dears haven't used any eyebrow gel before and want to explore, this eyebrow gel may be a good choice for you. This is the last item that was sent to me by Barry M last year. This is their Fall in Love 2 eyeshadow palettes. It's a 10 pans eyeshadow palette and this is more to the autumn color story. There's a mirror over here and as you dears can see, the first row over here is all matte and the second row is all metallics. The colors for each of the matte over here coordinates well with the metallics here. So as you just can see, this matte and this metallic has the same color. You can apply the matte on the crease and the metallics on the eyelid. Likewise for this matte and metallic and for the rest of the colors. The metallics are soft, smooth and pigmented. The mattes are pigmented on its own, but if it were to compare to the metallics are more pigmented. The texture for both the matte and metallics feels soft and smooth. It is a great palette on its own. Well, actually I'm not really so sure. Is it because I'm over impressed by this big eyeshadow palette? This is their treasure chest, which is still available at Guardian Pharmacy. And because of this palette, I bought their other big eyeshadow palette, which is the Shipwreck. I am really in love with these 2. Very impressed by them, given that this is only a drugstore price. You just repackage this to a better quality packaging material and you can easily sell this at Sephora at the Sephora kind of price. This overall Fall in Love 2 is a good palette, but if you were to ask me to compare these 2 eyeshadow palettes, I would still prefer the big eyeshadow palette. If you dears really love this kind of autumn stories with the berries and the natural colors over here, may I suggest that probably you can top up to a few more dollars and get this big eyeshadow palette instead, the treasure chest. Because firstly, there are more colors. This is an 18 pan eyeshadow palette, whereas this Fall in Love 2 is only 10 pans. I find that the quality is so much better. The powder is very soft, very smooth, very pigmented, and the colors are much more vibrant than this. So, conclusion, this is a good palette, but I still prefer this big eyeshadow palette. I repurchased this eyeliner and marked it with a nail polish to differentiate them. And when I was doing the demo, I was very pissed off. The one with no marking is my first one, and the one with the blue glittery marking, this is the second one. So I like the grip over here. It feels like the plastic and rubber material mixed together, but tilted towards more to the plastic type because it feels harder.
than rubber. I had pretty good impression for the first few use. I thought it doesn't smudge and it stays pretty well. It has fine tips over here and I thought it can draw a wing better and easier. But I do not know why. After a while, I forgot about this liquid eyeliner, and then when I want to use it again, I thought it dries up quickly. So this week I bought another one, the one with the blue tip over here, which I apply the nail polish over it. It feels pretty much the same. It does mention over here that store the tips downwards like this. So when you want to store this, just let it stand like this. So I followed the instruction and to my surprise, it performs pretty much the same as the first one. When I draw this is very sure and not much ink is flowing out. And when I use it on my eyelid, after a while some parts of the eyeliner gets hollow and then disappear after a while. So when I was doing the demo, I was really very frustrated. No matter how many times I apply and layer, the ink just can't flow out. And when it flow out, it gives a very sheer base. And I draw so many times, I got very frustrated till what I did was, off the screen, I was actually using this Silky Girl Slim Gel Eyeliner, which is the latest product from them, to touch up and then to use it at the inner tight line. And this appears so much better. So at this point of time, I really cannot determine whether I like this eyeliner or not because I was really very frustrated with this. It seems like the more I use it, the more frustrated I become. So I wouldn't recommend this eyeliner at this point of time. So overall, I think that Berry M is a very good brand that comes out with a lot of good products. I hope that they will actually come out with the single face products like a single highlighter, a single blusher and a single powder. I know they have single powder, yeah, the loose powder. But I just hope that they can come out with the single color cheeks products on its own instead of a palette. And also, when the time resumes back to the normal where we no need to wear the mask, I hope they can bring back their moisturizing creamy lipsticks. So overall, the two products that I most enjoy will be this Beauty Elixir Serum, and although I didn't mention much about here, I still can't stop myself talking about these two, Fake Eyeshadow Palette. And if you dears haven't tried Berry M before and would love to test them out, you may want to consider getting these two products first. I hope that this video is useful for you dears. So dears, now it's your turn to share with me. Have you tried Berry M before? Yes or no? Please comment in the comment section below, yeah? Thank you so much. Alright dears, last but not least, here's the anal beauty tip for us to be more beautiful and more wise. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Thank you dear so much for watching. If you happen to like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I love to do beauty products review. If this is your cup of tea, please join in my YouTube family. Also, please visit me at my Facebook and Instagram platform to connect with me more. The address will be somewhere here on the screen. May you dears have a peaceful, blissful and joyful week ahead. See you next time. Bye! And before you go, please check out these two videos over here. Thank you!